morning. In this video, we see about some basic things about communication system. Myself, Anita, from Department of ECE. In this video, we covers the topics like basic communication, block diagram of communication system, types of communication system, basic modes of communication, last modulation. Now see the topics one by one. First, communication. Communication is the process of transferring or conveying information from one place to another. Communication is the mechanism of sending, processing, and receiving the data. For example, radio broadcasting, TV broadcasting, mobile communication. For communication, we require sender, medium, and receiver. The sender transmits the information must be in any form. The medium may be a air channel or wired or wireless. Next, we see some basic block diagram of communication system. The basic block diagram of communication system requires the information source, input transducer, transmitter, channel, receiver, output transducer, last finally the output user. First, information source. The information or message is the entity that is to be transmitted. The information must be in any form like audio, video, temperature, picture, pressure, etc. For example, we consider the information as a human source. So the human source is a human voice is an audio signal. So first we convert the audio signal into electrical signal for transmission. So with the help of transducer, we convert the human voice into the electrical signal. So the human voices next go into the input transducer block. So transducer is a device which converts the one form of energy into another form. So it converts the non-electrical signal into electrical form. For example, we consider human voice is the message signal. So with the help of microphone, we converts the audio signal into electrical signal. Now we must transmit the electrical signal. The output of the input transducer must be in electrical form. The electrical signal have the characteristics of low frequency and low power signal. Next, the low frequency and low power signal is given into the transmitter block. In transmitter block, we combine modulation, amplifier, and antenna. So modulation is nothing but modulation is the process of converting the carrier signal with the help of message signal. So modulation changes the frequency, phase or amplitude of the carrier signal. Next, amplifier. So amplifier strengthens the modulating signal. Here we use class A, class B, class C amplifiers to strengthen the modulating signal. Last, we use antenna. In antenna, with the help of antenna, we convert the electrical signal into electromagnetic waves to cover long distance communication. Finally, the electromagnetic waves with the characteristics of high frequency and high power is applied as input to the channel block. So channel is nothing but it is a transmission medium through which the message travels from transmitter to the receiver. For example, air, copper cables, coaxial cables, optical cables are the mainly used transmission medium in communication system. During the process of transmission and reception, the signal gets distorted due to noise introduced in the channel. So next we remove the noise and also we strengthen the signal. So next we go into the receiver block. The receiver block receive the input with the characteristics of high frequency, low noise and low power signal. In receiver system, it consists of mainly three blocks: demodulator, amplifier, and filter. So demodulator is the inverse process of modulation process. In modulation, we convert the original signal into the modulated signal. Here, in demodulator, we extract the original signal from the modulated signal. So mainly envelope detector is used. Next, amplifier. So amplifier processes in like strengthen the weak message signal. Next, we use filter. With the help of filters, we remove the noise to improve the signal efficiency. At the end of receiver block, we get the low frequency and high power signal. Next, the low frequency and high power signal is applied into the output transducer block. So transducer function converts the one form of energy into another form. Now it converts the human voice into the electrical signal. At receiver side, we also recover the human voice. So we converts the electrical signal into audio signal. With the help of loudspeaker, we converts the electrical signal into audio signal. Finally, we get the information in an original form. So this is the basic block in communication system. So first one is information source. The information may be in any form like sound, picture, speech, data, etc. The information, only electrical form of information is transmit in the communication system. So we convert the any form of information into electrical form with the help of input transducer. At the end of input transducer, we get only low frequency and low power signal. So for long distance communication, we require high frequency and high power signal. So the low frequency and low power signal is converted into high frequency and high power signal with the help of transmitter block. So transmitter block consists of mainly modulation, antenna and amplifier. So the high frequency, high power signal is transmitted into receiver with the help of channel. At the end of the channel, we get low frequency, low power noise signal, and also noise is added. So to remove the noise, and we get the high power signal. So with the help of receiver block, we get the low frequency and high power signal. To convert the information into original form, we use transducer at the output side. So at the end of the block, we get the original information. This is the basic block diagram of communication system. Next, we see about types of communication system. Communication system is broadly classified into two types, analog and digital. So analog and digital is classified based on the usage of message signal. Depending upon the message signal, the communication system is classified. In analog, the data is in the form of continuous signal. In digital, the data is in the forms of zeros and ones. Next, analog and digital communication system advantage and disadvantage. In digital communication system, it is inexpensive and also privacy is preserved. We can merge more number of data and transmit into the single channel. And the error correction is also possible in digital communication system. This is the advantages of digital communication system. But in analog communication system, the total operation is very expensive and no privacy is preserved. We cannot merge more data into one and no possible for error correction also. This is the main disadvantages we faced in analog communication system. In digital communication system, the disadvantages are large bandwidth and synchronization problem is difficult. But in analog communication system, the advantages is smaller bandwidth and synchronization problem is mainly we recover. Next, basic modes of communication. Broadcasting and point-to-point is the two basic modes of communication. In broadcasting, we use one transmitter and numerous receivers. But in point-to-point communication, it requires only single transmitter and receiver. So the basic modes of communication is broadcasting. So broadcasting involves use of single powerful transmitter and large number of receivers. In point-to-point communication, it involves communication between a single transmitter and a receiver. Next, modulation. Modulation is the process of changing the characteristics like amplitude, frequency or phase of the carrier signal in accordance with the amplitude of the message signal. The carrier signal have the characteristics of high frequency, but the message signal have the characteristics of low frequency signal. So with the help of high frequency signal, we transmit the low frequency signal in for long distance communication. So for resulting, we get the signal from the modulation process is called modulated signal. The modulated signal is also called as passband signal. The carrier signal is also known as high frequency signal. The message signal is also known as baseband signal or low frequency signal. The device that performs the modulation process is called modulator. After the modulation process, only the carrier signal characteristics is changed, but the message signal characteristics will not be changed. According to the carrier signal characteristics, we classify the modulation into amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, and phase modulation. A classification of modulation. Depending upon the carrier signal used, we classify the modulation into two types, analog modulation and digital modulation. In amplitude modulation, in analog modulation, we see about amplitude modulation, phase modulation, and frequency modulation. In digital modulation, we see about delta modulation, pulse carrier modulation, etc. Next, need for modulation. So modulation is mainly required for increase the communication system distance. So first point, increase the range of communication. Second one, ease of radiation. Third point, reduce the effect of noise. Fourth point, improves the quality of reception. Next, reduce the antenna height. Without the process of modulation, we require the antenna height is more than 100 kilometers. So with the help of modulation, we need the antenna height is less than meters. So with the help of modulation, we reduces the antenna height. This is the basic advantages of modulation. Next, we see about amplitude modulation. So the amplitude modulation, the amplitude of the high frequency carrier is changed in accordance with the intensity of the signal. So the amplitude of the carrier is changed in accordance with the message signal. So in this figure, we see about the first one represents the message signal. So the message signal have the frequency of low signal. Next, carrier signal. So the carrier signal have the frequency of high. With the help of modulation process, we converts the carrier signal amplitude like the image seen in this third block. Next, we see about advantages of amplitude modulation. The advantages of amplitude modulation is it is simple to implement. The transmitter using the amplitude modulation is less complex. The receivers used in the amplitude modulation is very cheap, so no specialized components are needed. So with the help of amplitude modulation, we can travel into a longer distance. The amplitude modulation have lower bandwidth. So these are the advantages of amplitude modulation. Next we see about frequency modulation. In frequency modulation, the frequency of the carrier is changed in accordance with the intensity of the message signal. So the first figure represents the message signal. So next the figure represents the carrier signal. So the carrier's frequency is changed. So this modulation is called frequency modulation. So the advantages of frequency modulation is low noise, low interference. Compared to amplitude modulation, the frequency modulation power consumption is less. So the frequency modulation requires separate guard bands to separate the different channels. So these are the advantages of frequency modulation. Next we see about phase modulation. In phase modulation, the phase of the carrier wave is changed in accordance with the intensity of the message signal. So the first wave represents the message signal with the low frequency signal. So the next wave represents the high frequency carrier signal. According to amplitude of the message signal, the carrier signal phase is changed. It is represented in the phase modulator signal. So these are the some types of modulations used in analog modulations, analog communication system. So next see about advantages of phase modulation. The phase modulation is simply contrasted to frequency modulation. So the phase modulation and frequency modulation is combinedly called as angle modulation. In phase and frequency modulation, it is directly proportional to the message signal. Next, the main benefit of this modulation signal is signal modulation because it permits computer for communication on high speed using a telephone system. When the information is being transmitted without interruption, then the speed rated can be observed. These are the some advantages of phase modulation. So these are the three different modulations used in communication system. Advantages of modulation. So with the help of advantage modulation process, we increase the reception quality. So without modulation, the reception quality is low because of the noise. Next one, we also decreases the height of the antenna. So without modulation process, we reduce the antenna height is above 1000 meters, but with the help of modulation, we reduce the antenna height less than meters. So the modulation, we reduces the antenna heights. Last advantages is with the help of modulation, we avoid the mixing of different frequency signal and increase the range of communication. So without modulation, we can transmit the message up to 100 meters, and with the modulations, we can transmit the message signal for long distance. So this is the basic things of advantages of modulation. So this is the complete overview about modulations. Thank you.